Hello, I'm Tim Fisher. Welcome to the Maples History Center. I'd like to introduce you to one of the earliest successful businessmen in Sevier County. This is Stewart H. Burden Sr. He was born in Sevier County in January of 1890. At the time when most blacks in the South were slaves, Isaac Dockery, Stewart's grandfather, was born in 1830 in North Carolina as a free man. Isaac moved his family from North Carolina to the Joneses Cove area, Sevier County, where he became a prosperous and well-liked resident and a major player in community affairs. Isaac owned property in 3 counties in East Tennessee. He ran his construction business, and he is credited with building the Masonic Lodge, the new Salem Baptist Church, and the Sevier County Courthouse, among many homes and businesses. Isaac built the first kiln in the area. The soil around Sevier County had a lot of red clay. Teams would dig a huge pit to mix the mud in. Sometimes nearly an entire hillside would be taken in. The mud was well mixed. The men would shape the mud bricks into molds before firing them in the kiln, also made of brick. Isaac was responsible for teaching and training many of his descendants and encouraging their education. Grandpa Ike was a great example for his family, including Stewart Burden. Later in life, Stewart recalled his younger days at Pleasant View Elementary School and the encouraging role his teacher played at that time when it wasn't expected that black children would be educated beyond elementary school. She encouraged the class to break the mold. We're destined to follow of those generations before us. That memorable advice was taken to heart by Stewart, who was already an idealist and a visionary who wanted to do more than make bricks. While young men, Stewart and his brother George launched Birden Brothers. As the business grew, Stewart met and married Lee Tate from Jefferson City. They built their home on what is now called Birden Hill. Stewart helped Lee with the education and raising of their children. Later, the Birden brothers branched out into production of windows and doors as they built homes, businesses like Newport Elementary School for the black, the old Central Hotel in Sevierville, and other structures as far away as Nashville. The Birden brothers also built some stores, a theater, and a hospital for R.A. Brody in Sevierville. Stewart Burden also perfected the art of moving houses, which became a substantial part of his business. That wasn't an easy task, as in this article in the Knoxville paper in 1957 shows. When S.H. Burden told attendants his arms were broken when a house ran over me, he wasn't kidding. Burden, a 69-year-old house mover, had a dwelling tied to a stump with a rope. As it moved along an incline, the rope broke and the house slid over Burden. Fortunately, he recovered. In addition to scores of houses and businesses built by Birden Brothers, his business moved well over a dozen structures, large and small. Stewart Burden died in August of 1988 at the age of 98. Just another remarkable life who helped shape Sevier County into what it has become today. If you have a request for a historic Sevier County resident you'd like us to feature, please let us know. You can also learn more about the people involved in making the history of our communities by visiting us at the Maples History Center on the 3rd floor of the King Family Library, downtown Sevierville.